Well, I just wanted to put together a real short video. I know sometimes when I say that, it doesn't end up being that, and my apologies, but I really will try to keep this one fairly short. The chapter two is all about setting up a company and going through that. And I know sometimes that, especially if you're not familiar with a particular system, that it can be a little bit spooky, can be a little scary, that sort of thing. And I would just say slow down. It's going to have you test some things out in the test drive. We're going to have you do a couple things. First of all, I'd like you to read at least the chapters a section at a time before you attempt them. Put them through the steps in the test drives just so you practice them. And then thirdly, start setting up your company. So if you could do it in that procession, you're going to have a whole lot more success than if you just go in and with gangbusters, just try to get it done. It's going to take some time. And I appreciate the time that you're going to put in for this class. But some things just take a little time, and some of you will be quicker than others. But for all of you, at least in the beginning, it's just going to take some time and slow down. So again, this week is all about setting up a particular account, making sure that you can get in QuickBooks, have a login. You're going to do a couple things. Later on in the chapter, it talks about how you sign up and use your instructor, that would be me, as your accountant. And what that does, it gives me access to all your records. So at any time I can go in there and see how far you are and how you're doing. And that's powerful. I'm not there to bug you. I'm there to help. And if you do run into a roadblock or something that you don't quite understand, or it's just not working out, your debits aren't equaling your credits, assets don't equal liabilities plus owner's equity, then we can maybe take a look at that. I can look at it with a finer, sharper eye and see possibly where things are with you, and see if we can't make some changes in order to get it back up to speed. Okay, so that's primarily the second part of this chapter, and it is a lengthy chapter, and that's why I give you 2 weeks in order to complete it. But is that it is all about setting up your accounts for this business, and those accounts each have opening balances that they bring in as of a specific date. We're going to use the end of last year. And as I will try to be as consistent as I can about this, is that I may want to use this video in future classes. So I'm not going to reference a particular year other than to say that this is for the end of last year. Now, when we look at it in the accounting cycle, and in this case for this business that we're setting up, a fiscal year or a business year is from January to December. So the very last day of December, December 31st of last year, is the date that we are setting up all of our account balances. And we do that so that they will flow into January 1st of this year. Okay? Hopefully you understand that. When we're setting up the balances, all of them will be as of December 31st of last year. So I can't emphasize that enough. That's going to make a difference. And one day does make a difference in accounting. Okay, we will talk about some practical practices, and these are not to be divulged to your accounting professors that you might have concurrently with this class, but there are some shortcuts that, in a practical sense, that we will engage you with, hopefully, so that we don't lose you completely, because we don't want to. I mean, the reason that I'm in agriculture and doing the things that I am doing, I would assume are similar to why you want to learn about record keeping. You want to be a better manager. You want to have a more accurate reflection of your business, and so that you can make better decisions. And sometimes time is a restraint on how much you can spend. In the initial portion of it, that's why you come to school, you're going to have to spend more time learning about it, less time later, in order to get more accurate information and be more successful with it. So with that, I'm going to turn you loose on Chapter 2. Good luck to you. Give me a call or email me. If you do email me, I ask that you be very specific. You might even tell me what page you're on, what you're talking about, and what your problem seems to be, or a specific question. It helps out. Sometimes we play tag in emails back and forth, and I don't get the particular reference to your question anyway. So good luck with that. Let's go Chapter 2.